a great character nurtured by the culture of a nation. Hello, dear friends of the channel. Today I'd like to share with you the story of a great man, a man of extraordinary character, whose soul and ideals were deeply rooted in the culture of Vietnam. The images you see in this video are for illustration purposes only. Ho Chi Minh, whose birth name was Nguyen Sinh Cung, was born on May 19, 1890, in Kim Lien Village, Nam Dan District, Nghệ An Province, a poor rural area, yet one known for its tradition of learning and patriotism. From an early age, young Nguyen Sinh Cung showed exceptional intelligence, a deep love for learning, and a kind heart. His family came from humble scholarly roots. His father, Nguyen Sinh Sac, 1862 to 1929, was a Confucian scholar who earned the prestigious Pho Bang title, the second highest academic degree in the imperial examinations, in 1901 under Emperor Than Thai. He was known for his integrity, compassion, and devotion to the people. After passing the exams, he was appointed as a district magistrate in Binh Khe, now Tay Son, Binh Dinh Province. During his service, he judged fairly and protected the poor, which angered corrupt local officials and landowners. After one trial, where his strict judgment led to the death of a landowner's son, he was dismissed in 1910. Yet, after leaving office, he did not give up. He traveled throughout the countryside, teaching, treating the sick with herbal medicine, and helping the poor. He often told his son, open quote, "To be human is to love the people and live for them. If our country is lost and the people suffer, then all learning is meaningless." Close quote. Nguyen Sinh Sac helped others through knowledge, medicine, and kindness. And perhaps it was from him that Ho Chi Minh inherited his deep patriotism and compassion for humanity. His mother, Hoang Thi Loan, was a hard-working, gentle woman who wove cloth and raised her children with love and sacrifice. In their humble, thatched house in Sen Village, young Kung was nurtured with love, a thirst for knowledge, and a strong sense of national pride. In 1901, when Kung was only 11 years old, his mother passed away, a loss that marked the deepest sorrow of his childhood. He held her grave, silent and tearful. Later in life, he recalled, open quote, "I will never forget the image of my mother at the loom. She worked tirelessly to raise us, her eyes kind but full of sadness, her hands rough yet gentle. When she passed away, it felt as though the sky had fallen." Close quote. After his mother's death, life became even harder. He had to live and study in others' homes, often going hungry and eating cassava or sweet potatoes to survive. But despite the hardship, he never gave up learning. He borrowed books, copied them by hand, and studied under the dim light of an oil lamp. His village teacher once said, open quote, "That little boy, dark-skinned and thin, but bright as a star. When he couldn't afford paper, he would write on dried banana leaves." Close quote. Self-reliance and compassion. After his mother passed away and his father left for work in distant provinces, Nguyen Sinh Cung became a self-reliant orphan. He worked odd jobs, fetching water, sweeping yards, gathering firewood, just to earn a meal. Even in poverty, he shared what little he had with others. Once, seeing a classmate's torn shirt, he quietly tore a piece from his own to mend it. When the teacher asked, he smiled and said, open quote, "If my friend is cold, I'm cold too. But if he's happy, I feel warm." Close quote. From such moments, we see the first seeds of Ho Chi Minh's compassion and humanity, the foundations of his lifelong philosophy. A love for learning. From a young age, Kung had a boundless passion for study. He often followed his father to the village school to listen to the teacher's lessons. At home, he would draw characters with a stick on the ground and recite poems and proverbs his father taught him. He quickly mastered Chinese characters, wrote beautifully, and remembered long passages. It's said that at the age of 10, he composed a poem in classical Chinese that impressed his teacher, who remarked, open quote, "This boy will one day achieve great things." Close quote. He was humble, generous, and caring. When he saw a friend without ink, he gave away his own brush and used charcoal instead. He said, open quote, "Everyone can learn. What matters is perseverance," close quote. That simple belief, equality in learning, kindness, and humility, became the foundation of his moral character. A childhood under oppression. At that time, Vietnam was under French colonial rule. Kung witnessed peasants beaten, exploited, and taxed heavily. He saw villages burned, people starved, and his homeland humiliated. Stories of national heroes like Phan Dinh Phung, Hoang Hoa Tam, and Phan Boi Chau, often told by his father, ignited in him the first spark of patriotism. Once he asked his father, open quote, "Father, why are the French allowed to rule our land?" His father sighed and said, "Because our country is weak and our people are divided. But someday, someone will rise to free them." Close quote. That moment planted a sacred seed in his heart, the seed of a revolutionary ideal. The path of education and awakening. At 11 years old, he followed his father to Hue, then the imperial capital. Life there was extremely hard. He had to work for food and tuition, but he remained determined. It was in Hue that he first saw the weakness of the Vietnamese monarchy, as its officials bowed before the French. He realized that the old Confucian path of learning could no longer save the country. From that realization grew a new conviction. Open quote, "There must be another way, a path that can truly liberate our people from slavery." Close quote. His resolve to save the nation burned brighter than ever. Meeting his father, the decision to leave. After being dismissed from his post, Nguyen Sinh Sac continued to travel, teaching, and helping the poor. His ideals of living for the people profoundly influenced his son. In 1911, at the age of 21, Nguyen Tat Tan, as he was then known, met his father and said, open quote, "Father, I want to go abroad to see how others live and find a way to help our people escape suffering." Close quote. His father looked at him thoughtfully, then nodded. Open quote, "Go, my son. The road will be long and hard, but I believe in you." Close quote. It was a historic farewell, one that marked the beginning of Ho Chi Minh's epic journey to find a path to national salvation. He left not for glory, but for freedom, for the soul of his nation. On June 5, 1911, at Na Rong Wharf, he boarded the ship Amiral Latouche Treville, carrying with him nothing but determination, courage, and boundless love for his homeland. From those early lessons, hardships, and the noble example of his father, the young Nguyen Sinh Kung, later known as Nguyen Tat Tan, then Ho Chi Minh, forged his spirit of independence, humanity, and resilience. Those qualities would one day shape one of the greatest lives of the 20th century. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video until the end. I hope that with each passing day, you're discovering a little more about the rich culture and warm-hearted people of Vietnam. In the next episodes, I'll continue sharing stories about the great figures of our nation. Stories that I believe will help you understand even more about the spirit and culture of the Vietnamese people. And one day, when you visit our country, I truly believe you'll be able to feel it. Not just see it, but feel it in your heart. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support gives us the motivation to keep creating more meaningful and inspiring stories about Vietnam. Thank you very much,